I am Chris Klein, butterfly specialist at Franklin Park Conservatory, and we're going to release a couple of blue morphos into our Pacific Island water garden. Alrighty, well, we'll let our blue morphos go here, see if we can convince them to stay on the rocks for a little bit. Now, one thing with the blue morphos, with most butterflies, when you see that color on their wings, it's actual pigment on the scales. With the morphos, it's not actual pigment. Their scales are kind of bowl-shaped, and it's how the light bounces around in that bowl on their scales that actually makes the blue color. So if you looked at them in a dark room, they wouldn't be that bright blue. They'd just be kind of a dull brownish, blackish color. What makes all the colors on their wings are individual little scales that overlap. It's almost kind of like roofing shingles. And with most butterflies and with the underneath side of the blue morpho, those actual scales have color, have pigment in them. Now, on the inner surface of the wings, we see that bright blue color, but the individual scales aren't actually blue. It's just the way that light is reflecting off of those scales. So with those butterflies that reflect color, kind of the angle that you look at it, the color will change a little bit. So for example, last year we had an emerald swallowtail, and when you looked head on, it was a really bright green color, but if you kind of caught it from an angle, it looked more blue than green. Our butterflies are shipped to us as the chrysalis, and we work with a couple of butterfly farms down in Costa Rica, and believe it or not, they're actually shipped overnight from Costa Rica to Denver, Colorado, where the USDA has like an inspection warehouse. They get inspected, make sure there's no pests that are going to take over the United States mixed in with that box, and then they get shipped overnight to us. And on average, we'll get about 800 chrysalises a week. And once again, and all of our bugs this year are native to Brazil and surrounding South America. Pin them to the shelves there in the emergence center so that they can hang upside down like they would in nature. And usually within about 1 to 4 days, they'll start emerging. Some of the species, like the blue morpho we looked at, they typically take a little bit longer. They're more about 7 to 10 days before they'll start to emerge. And so at our 1 and 3 o'clock releases, the butterflies that have emerged over the course of the day, then we let them go in here, and they kind of get their first flight in front of everybody. 3 to 4 weeks. Now, of course, there's exceptions to that. Butterflies that migrate, like the monarch butterfly, that migrating generation will live 6 to 7 months. But yeah, on average, about 3 to 4 weeks for the typical adult butterfly. After the orchid show ends, there will be a 2 o'clock butterfly gardening talk in our show house. So 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock releases every day, rain or shine, Monday through Sunday, here in the Pacific Island water garden.